during the last tweet that the game was up, if you saw that cutscene, the players, yeah, you want to see that again? Wait, no.
Wait, no, we don't.
We don't want to relive the pain.
Anyway, here, I'm gonna post.
Okay.
Like this is a lot of shit. Okay. Just tell me when you start watching. Voiceover, display screen shake, flip GUI, new cursor. I take it as that you watching? Elena?
Yeah.
Okay. Start this game. Mid-Boss presents.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology.
Is that Lee from The Walking Dead?
Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body.
I think it is.
Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further.
Oh no.
And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Oh no. Press button twice to skip. A new cyberpunk adventure. 2064 read-only memories. Oh yeah, that's right. Cyberpunk 2077. Elena, are you there? Elena?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm not sure what exactly this game is. December 20th, 2064. Oh, hey, it's almost Christmas. Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. This house is kind of fine. Musty might be a better descriptor. Open menu. Let's see, I think it's just a... okay. Of course. What do I have? Your ID card. Look at ID. A small plastic ID card with your name, picture, and stats. Coffee, the great equalizer. The one thing that the poor and rich alike, you assume. Take a sip of old stale coffee. I will talk to the... Aw. Elena, look. Look at what it says.
Aww.
I'm thinking like... No. No. What's this? Book. Look at book. Copy of Wigfield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially to keep your window propped. Oh, are you fucking serious? The classics can get boring pretty fast after. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Oh no, is this for your unpublished novel? Oh. Pen on paper is the most tangible method, but if you're gonna be so sloppy, maybe going digital would be a good goal. No, your principles wane too much than you thought. Would anybody go full digital if you were in 2064? Probably. Most likely. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better, don't you think? The page only holds the opinions of its author. This one's blank. Cool story. Oh god, what is that thing? You don't know exactly what that uses? Only that it seems to be growing day by day. Oh god. Don't stick that in there. You're certainly not. Oh, okay, that's okay. On the front says mustard, half full, spoiled mint, 10 days. Ugh, oh god. You open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled mint. Maybe. Take the milk! Oh cool, I got an achievement. Pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones. The ultimate in budget audio. Headphones added item. So you should be able to use good voice acting. What if I use it on this? Careful. Good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful, or the fastest, or have the best screen, but, well, it works. Look pretty out there, Lappy. Like, literally hot. Overheating, as usual. Lappy is a bit of a better finish it before bed. What's this? Okay, today is Neo San Fran's most beloved morning show about people in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. Is everything Neo here?
Probably.
Why? Current events?
I have no idea.
A story about the Human Revolution. Human Revolution remains vigilant in #StayHuman protests in Upper Market. December 19th. The Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various Genius clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genius, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genius employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genius workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genius is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genius, in addition to the newest cybernetic technology, are warping humanity to a very dark and into a very scary dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what, said one pro-senator, who has to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. Okay. June Volumana. Fuck it. Click the button. Journal Options isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only board editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Yeah, okay. Wait, did it just say the least pornographic?
Yep, it did.
Your best options are usually limited to video game streams, old concert recordings, and live cams of baby animals. Your choice is clear. You're so accomplished. Rent. Oh no. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get that art. Oh, great. Oh, invitational? An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Doctor's. Okay. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. Oh no. Your account is past due in the amount of 1,396.4 credits. Jesus Christ. How am I that broke? Ah, yes, the age-old choice between food or electricity. Fuck me. Hey there, I'm the lead editor of What the Fuck of WTF Sounds, formerly OM. Honestly, WTF sounds better than OMG Sounds. What the fuck?
Yeah, it does sound better than the other one.
We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure. And if we like your stuff, could probably throw it some credits your way. People die of exposure. I believe that's a joke about, you know. You probably know the joke, right? Elena?
Yeah, I think so.
The joke of how, like, you know, artists, you know, with their new work always had to, you know. Alright. Time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul. Bit by bit. Character by character. Finished. Now send it off to the editor. There. Big break. Surely your glowing review of the GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally on the way. Time for bed. This bed only chats back when you're sleep talking. It's not the most well. You're home within your home. Nothing like curling up under those blankets and escaping for a while. Should I look around or just go to sleep? Go to sleep.
Sleep.
What the hell was that? What the fuck?
Ah, good. You're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
How did you get in my apartment?
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses
That last
are
response is
actually
me.
quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the Sekigate M/14723-B.
You know my landlord's 7 trillion. The security. I knew my landlord was full of it when he said it was best.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
You know my dog's birthday?
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly.
Okay, where have I heard that voice before?
I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
My window lock is broken.
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent. Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair. Not quite to my standards.
Hold on. What are you doing in my apartment?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators, so I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
Snag?
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
All my work was... I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous.
Okay, I will say this robot is kind of cute. And I can't tell...
Yeah, he's adorable.
I can't tell if the voice is actually a girl or a guy. It's one of those weird things where the voice sounds like either or. Like, you can put the voice on a girl, it would sound normal. You can put it on like a guy, it kind of... It sounds like a girl or a feminine guy. That's why I'm saying that.
I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden, until now. Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes. I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
You fucked up, kid.
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so. The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome. Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left. He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Where have I heard that voice before?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing.
Hey, Elena.
Yeah?
Turing. Its name is
Okay.
Turing. Do you get...
Oh my...
You finally get it. Do you finally get it?
Yes.
His name is based on the Turing
I
test.
know this must sound quite unflattering. I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments.
A Turing
He's currently
test.
researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his.
He's working on AIs.
Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves.
I have been asked to play Final Fantasy Friday the 13th.
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code,
Yes.
I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance.
So literally, Turing is a child, basically.
Did he only program me with the illusion of free will? How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question, How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
Yep, we're getting too philosophical.
You're right. I apologize
Yeah.
for the tangent.
I just like when his face goes that tiny. Look at it. It's just so cute.
Aww.
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become
I guess
increasingly
that.
paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert. But he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine
what
any
really
of them would
sucks?
go as far as snatching him.
What?
There's not just, you know, a sort of, you know, auto advance like Persona.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
I'm not made of money. I can totally afford that. Lead the way! I just like that. I can totally afford that. Wow. Hayden's apartment.
That's strange. Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps some maintenance robot took care of it.
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
You made your point about the door. Let's just head in. Doesn't look like there was much of a struggle.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify.
So it can...
Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Please don't.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
We're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
What's done is done. We need to focus on finding him.
excellent point.
I didn't realize my phone went down to 2%
Well, charge your phone
until
then.
right now.
Let's start searching for clues.
I just did.
Okay. Also, I'm just gonna click this. Can I... Like, is there a way I can... Aww. Oh god.
Like,
Yeah.
I checked my phone for notifications and I see it's 2% and I'm like, oh no.
Oh, so this is what Hayden looks. Wow. It was either I was thinking he was really skinny or really fat. You can tell which one it came off of. Look at the planet.
But what if I don't want to wield a shield, game?
This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
Sure enough to survive that kind of fall?
Critical system damage would be unlikely, but I would certainly have damaged my legs beyond repair, so...
That face again.
I took the fire escape.
That's an adorable face.
Of course you did. I like... There's probably not...
I took the fire escape!
Of course you did. I realize the way I'm playing my character is just like, of course you did.
Of course you did.
You know, kind of like a sarcastic guy. Of course. Broken tech seems the obvious solution. View vintage video game consoles. Anyone's always a fan of old tech. Like, there's a Mega 16, a Durell, even a Family Link. We're not... You know what? I'm not going to say anything because Family Link is obviously playing on Famicom, and you know that's what the... I think it was the Super Nintendo was called that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, heads code tips, augmented eye. Okay. Deck of books.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books.
Tablet.
Ah, that device. I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card. Without the memory card...
I wonder, could he have... We gain the strength of the temptation we resist. What? Okay, so you'll probably become a rad video game wizard now. Nice jokes. You know what? A rom-com component named Zed. Must have been in the middle working on something.
This game's humor, man.
You know what? I'm making the joke like I don't like it, but I actually do. I just want to fucking play off, you know, like, I'm just like, but in reality, I'm just like, God fucking damn it.
That's Hayden's computer.
It's Neo... Wait, what state is this
Most people
again?
just use a hand screen or goggles in
California.
conjunction with their
California.
ROM.
Okay.
But desktop
It's Neo
rigs
San
like this are
Francisco.
still more suitable to the
Okay.
intensive
You can tell by
programming
the Golden
tasks
Gate Bridge
Hayden
over
needs
there.
to perform.
Yeah. Good morning, Neo San Francisco.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Well, at least you got that out of the way. Of course you can. That would be too easy.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. If you'd like to try your hand at digital breaking and entering, be my guest. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU.
I tried to make the shortest elf as
Much
possible.
of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my
But it won't work. They're too tall.
Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run
Also, by the way-
counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in.
I think I'm starting to make him more, sassy.
Frankly, even if I did have the
Oh,
power
no.
capability, I haven't
Good.
found hacking to be
Congratulations,
one
you-
of my talents.
You've made him sassy.
What does talent have to do with it? What does talent have to do with it?
The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down. I lack that ability.
Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers. I do seem to have some skill with painting, though. Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Abstract art doesn't seem like something a robot would be good at.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Let's get back to searching. Okay. Okay, what are the items I have? Okay, I got my ID card, super spoiled milk, and those damn headphones. Now, if I was a Hayden, where would I keep my... It's in front. Pause off. Oh, wait. What if I just... Although the milk surely has been... It's unlikely it would charge the battery. Loop. What am I missing? There's something... That would be one fucking... What if I... Yes. Using boring news in high def. There's no buttons on the screen. There's no need to watch this video. What am I missing? Oh, wait.
You're not actually thinking about switching one of those games on right now, are you? It looks like there's a place...
Physical memory card. Seriously, you can't get rid of your ID. Want to send it plummeting to...
Aw, you can't.
It's stuck inside your pocket. Aww. It's a long way down. Oh. ROM parts.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
Maybe this was better as it is, after all. What reason would you have for keeping this? You don't even own a ROM. Okay. There's something I'm missing here. Oh, there's the card. Memory card. Oh.
We can't use it without... Hayden must have removed the memory
There we
card
go.
in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
Davlin's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask.
Again, where have I heard that? Hey, Elena, can you do something for me?
Yeah.
Can you look up who voices Turing in this?
Okay.
Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district.
Because he does sound familiar. I just...
Yeah, it's like I think I like heard him somewhere, but I don't know where.
I'll mark it on your city map.
Stardust adds city map. Okay, good.
We can head over there and ask around about this Tom. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
My city map.
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Sure. Cool, bring it on.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager,
Oh, no.
running the latest build of Parallax's
Oh, no.
live intelligence processing system.
Elena. Elena.
Oh
Look at his face.
no! Oh no!
Stop staring at me with those dead eyes. Those dead robotic eyes. So, did you look up his voice actor?
I'm looking right now.
Okay.
I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me
Yeah, there
your
we go.
preferred name for use in account creation, online communication,
What?
or conversational
What?
speech?
What?
Apparently Turing's voice actor is Melissa Hutchison, who is Clementine.
That's where I heard her from. It's Clementine. Yeah, then that would also make sense because Lee's voice actor also, I think, voiced the narrator.
Yeah.
Got. Now I'm hearing it. Yeah, now I get it. Enter name. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with Machina. I mean, if anything, kind of fits because, you know, Machina is literally just machine. Yeah.
Do you wish to keep this name?
Yes.
Thank you. I have input your name.
I think my
Next,
cat's
could
just
you tell
staring
which
at me now.
pronouns I should use for you in referential and
I don't want a new character. No.
Wow. Wow, I like the options. That, they, them, their, theirs, she, her, hers. He. What are the more? Z, zer. Custom pronouns. I'm just gonna go with he.
Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Man, this game has everything.
I guess omnivorous is anything really. I guess. Kosher, gluten-free, vegan, alcohol-free. God
Yeah,
damn it, Turing. Fucking omnivorous.
Diet set as omnivorous. Are you
Yeah.
sure?
That's correct.
Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please
Custom
review your
pronouns.
submitted profile information for accuracy, or
B.
restart setup to enter it
Just
again.
B.
In review,
Your name is Machina. Your pronouns are he/him.
does that sound right?
Correct.
Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
Alright, I'm ready to go.
I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting to know one another better. It will be an efficient use of our time together. Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. You tell me this now! You tell me this now! You tell me this now! Really? God damn it, game!
It was waiting.
Okay. Outer Sunset.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
Crassula ovata?
Have you been overwatering it?
Let's roll some new perks.
Oh, My what?
This jade plant you have on the windowsill here. It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time,
I already have the
more
epic
than enough
version
water
of that.
just
What are
for
you
the
talking
occasional rain
about?
blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
Yay! I'm gonna die from mildew exposure. My plant's name is Wolty. Mildew? Is the landlord another call?
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of
that was
disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through. I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe? I will continue to formulate a stratagem. How thoughtful of them! The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck.
And it's dying, so that should give you an idea of what I'm like.
Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift. I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be... You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, ironic, since it would be doing better if you had.
Basically, he's telling me, neglect the plant. Your caring is killing it. Sure, Turing, do whatever you want.
Excellent.
I just like when he does that smile.
Your carrying is killing it.
Soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing.
Yes?
When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition.
Talk to the plant.
Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time.
You gotta speak to
I
the
have a
plant.
voice in my head,
The
goddammit.
leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn.
This is your conscience. We haven't spoken in the last
really
5
hold
years.
The whole room together. You know, once we get this
Talk
fixed-
to your plant. It needs
Oh, it's
attention.
almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat.
Oh,
We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is up.
The plant requires your attention.
I don't like any.
With more of that, we'll surely be on the way to lush greenery in no time.
Your actions will have consequences. Probably. Also, just to do this, because, you know, it told me this. Choose save slot. Save. Save name? You know, let's just keep it. We already went with my name, might as well just, you know, continue it.
We gotta continue the trend.
Just look at the fucking picture. Look at Turing.
No.
I see where you live. You know what? I feel like a lot of people will be like, I really hate this fucking robot. You know, stuff like that. I feel like everybody would be like, oh, this robot just fucking sucks. How many long nights have you been drinking coffee and trying to get an argument?
I like this robot.
Yeah, it's like spoiled milk and stale old coffee. Yup. So many of your internal organs are thanking you for refusing to drink from that again. Maybe you feel less silly talking to this if you had a portrait of a cat printed on it. Cats and coffee mugs are a thing, right? Are they? Yeah, they're a thing. How many times was repaired? 4? Landlord cares to rent this late. Probably not a good idea to touch this claim. That's a mystery for another reporter. Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. Thanks for the tunes. Maybe one day they'll get released on Lips Music. Also, is my computer still fucked up? It's useless after whatever Turing did to it. It's Turing.
I am being summoned to Friday the 13th.
Of course you are. It's Turing, your borrowed companion ROM / investigation buddy.
Hi.
Hi.
If you examine those headphones on the items menu of your Lips Type M mobile device, you will be able to play any kind of music you like.
Do I even have that? Oh. Ooh. I can actually listen to music. You know what I'm also getting from this? I'm also getting Space Station 13 vibes from like this music. Oh.
Aw, thanks for the hug.
Oh, thanks for the hug.
Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, it'll really pull the whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed.
Okay, let's just go. To the start.
This looks like the place, assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside. And some answers.
A 262 ZIS CR4 coupe. Perfect for letting everyone know you spent a fortune of credits on a car. This almost looks ridiculously handcrafted. Do you notice it's the exact same as the one on the front door? Because of course it is.
I'm surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's a nice, authentic touch.
I think it's for other things. Hug the bouncer now.
Welcome to Stardust.
Door to Stardust is inviting. It looks packed. Wait. Their partying silhouettes are just painted on the windows. Really?
Hold up there. Got ID? Alright, looks good to me. Welcome to Stardust.
This is the place. Have you ever been here before?
Nah, not my kind of stuff.
It does seem to be a bit boisterous for your taste.
Hey,
At least
Elena.
from what I know of them.
Elena, look at this dude. Look at this dude. Elena, you there?
Still.
Am I just talking to myself? Oh. Let's check the bar.
Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
Red World. Abstract Indie Flick premiering at Castro's Theater. Gruff looking man holds down the bar. He's friendly enough. That size.
Morning, friend. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Sure, but first, let's get you a drink. What'll it be?
Subtle bitch, Moscani, Scotch drop and roll. Fucking I don't know. Fucking I don't know. TMF.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in that?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Ah, all right, you got it. Coming right up. Now, what is it you need to know?
I'm meeting a Tomcat. Do you know where they are?
I'm pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking.
Thanks for the drink.
Enjoy yourself, and don't be a stranger. What are you having? So many drinks?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Does that sound... Ah. Now, what is it? Oh, I've been the bartender of Stardust for a few years now, but I've owned it a little longer than that. So, what do you want to know?
What did you do before Stardust?
Mostly got myself into trouble. When I emigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Bodyguard work. Truth be told, I hated the work. I didn't want to be a hired fist my whole life. I wanted something regular. I had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history. I'm sure it sounds more exciting than it was. Sure, enough about it. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, can I help you? Not at the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me? And no, that wasn't an invitation.
What is it going to?
Me either. I don't do genotypicals. And I don't know where Tomcat is, so look for them out.
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
Yeah, as in not a hybrid like me. Now then, I'm not here to educate you.
That's Tomcat. No, we're looking if you see him.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
Hi there. I heard you were looking for me.
Are you Tomcat?
Yours truly, doll. Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. So, to what do I owe the pleasure? Hayden's missing. Well, it's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got his little ROM with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
You know about me? Hayden never mentioned your...
Well, sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram
So,
the back
Def
end
tried
on
to
your
sell
OS
me
so
out
the
first
AI
game.
code Hayden
Of
wrote
course.
for you would work properly with
Also,
the
by
mesh
the way,
network.
I got the nightclub. Yeah, the bartender's a fucking huge ass dude, man, from Pakistan.
He's a unit.
Look at the dude.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what... Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Way out of my league. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with?
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, sure! You may have even heard of me in the news way back when. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers. Ooh, caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal. Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige.
Oh, did you tell him what I'm doing, by the way?
Huh? To see if I could. I mean, Parallax is a mighty big target. Bigger than the government. I don't know. I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow. Mostly. Sometimes. Oh, am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place like it's my own little bat cave. Raleigh, North Carolina, doll. Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but folks like the way the sun goes down. Still, this ain't a bad town for a southern gal. Lots of clothes. I had to get a third walk-in closet. Hayden and I met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in lips. It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy. I think he just wanted someone working
I like
on it
how,
off the books.
yeah, I like how he kept apologizing. He's like, "What do you want me to do for
He
you
ain't
to
the
accept
most
my apology?"
Straightforward kind of
I was
man.
like, I'll take $60 for to get a game. He's
Mostly
like,
that
okay.
little bot you got there.
Yeah. So. Oh, Were they asking what I was doing?
No.
Well, I'm
Wow, they
sure
don't
he
care
had his
about me.
fingers
I
in
feel
lots of
horrible.
pies, but Turin is all I know
I'm
about.
joking.
Oh no.
I'm joking. Like, they probably...
Oh, it's a powerful OS. And it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they
Like,
figured out how much more efficient
he
it
started
is.
selling me out. I could hear him on the walkie-talkie.
It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor
I'm
itself
like,
to each user's
You're
habits.
selling
And it
me out. I
functions through
hate
using
you.
a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files. Huh. My mama would have sudsed your tongue for that.
Don't be so rude. Besides, I could understand them just fine. Why couldn't you?
Now, fella. I'll amuse your friend here. That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user has tagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like NeoSF since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet. Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yeah. I don't rightly know.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush about his work on your creation, but if Parallax found out about it somehow, ooh, that might have changed things. It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence. I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with him, but he would just get fired, maybe even sued. I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA or anything. Oh, don't you worry about Jess none. She just don't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical folks like us. She's had to deal with an awful lot of pricks. 'Cause, well...
Because she's a hybrid.
Well, that ain't the most delicate way of putting it, but it makes things tough, you know? Nah, I'd leave her alone if I were you. She's sharp enough on her own, but she's got friends in low places. She does owe me a favor, or three, but I ain't sure I want to waste one on pulling your foot out of your own rear, you hear? Yeah, I'm not real sure, hon. But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished. If Parallax is involved, there's probably something we're not seeing yet. Best to get all the clues we can find. The data cache would be the best place to start. Good luck. Turin, you keep out of trouble.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo-SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigation. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location. I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, citizen. That will not be possible, citizen. The area must be preserved in pristine condition. Only authorized Neo-SFPD personnel may enter. I am required by law to inform you that I am set at Level 2 guard mode, and any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you to move along. Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact of Hayden being missing anymore, but we do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there and grab that data cache?
Who is the contact inside the Neo-SFPD?
Who would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Lexi, she's kind of new.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have a very poor net presence. It makes anticipating your needs more difficult.
It's a big... Actually, it's a big creepy one. Sorry?
It's okay. We'll work on it. Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak. A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance. Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handle...
That's definitely what I read.
Done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we? Now lead the way.